There he is, that's Walter.
Hiya, Fettlers, come aboard and have a brew.
Oh, thank you. Sid, this is Wandering Walter.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Sid. Sit down and have a brew.
Thank you.
How's your wife?
Cavorting Connie is in very good fettle. As a matter of fact, it's 2:30. She'll be on plane now.
She's going to Mallorca.
No, she's taking half an inch off back door.
Walter, tell Sid about that lad of yours, the one that never spoke.
Well, when he were born, he never made any noises, and by the time he was 12 months old, we kept saying Mama and Dada and Nana, and he never responded. And by the time he was 7, he still hadn't spoke. And we thought the poor little soul is mute. Well, on his 14th birthday, he came down for his breakfast, and my wife said, "Many happy returns, Bill. There's a plate of porridge." So he sat down, he got a spoon, and he took some, and he tasted it. And he said, "There's no sugar in this porridge." And we all said, "You what?" And he said, "There's no sugar in this porridge." And we said, "Hey, you can talk." And he said, "Of course I can talk." We said, "Well, why have you never spoke before?" And he said, "Well," he said, "everything's been all right up to now."
You still go to your local?
I go in every night at week, Eddie. And you know, I went in last night and a cheese butty came in and said to the landlord, "Can I have a pint of bitter?" And the landlord said, "No, you can't." And cheese butty said, "Why not?" And the landlord said, "Well, we don't serve food in here."
Do you know me and Sid have just been in that pub over the road, the Hand and Dagger?
Did he get stabbed?
There was a fella in there, he was staggering about all over the place. I said to the landlord, "How many has he had?" He said, "Only one." I said, "Can you give me one of them?" He went, "Ooh."
Well, you know, it's rather funny that I went to the pub the other night, and it wasn't my regular pub, and I said to the landlord, "Can I have a pint of water with a dash of lemonade in?" So he made it, and he said, "I won't fancy drinking that." I said, "You would if you got what I've got." He said, "Why, what have you got?" I said, "7pence." Before we leave, Fettlers, how are you both keeping?
I'm all right, but Sid's just had a nasty experience. He opened the door the other night and there was a 12-foot beetle stood there. He punched Sid in the stomach, punched him on the chin, knocked him to the ground. Sid was in agony. He went to the doctor. He said, "Doctor, I opened the door the other night and there's a 12-foot beetle stood there. Punched me in the stomach, punched me in the chin, knocked me to the floor. I'm aching all over." The doctor said, "There is a nasty bug going around."
You know, I would like to tell you this story before we leave, because I play quite a lot of golf, and I played the other week with a friend of mine called Tom, and I said to him, 1:45 for 1 o'clock. Well, at 1:45, he was chucking it down, and I said, "Tom, I'm not playing in this. There's always Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Shall we go in the bar and have a drink?" So we went in the bar, and between 1:45 and 2 o'clock, we drank 5 pints of bitter. At 2 o'clock, went to the door, he was still chucking it down. Went back in the bar, we drank 5 pints of lager. 3 o'clock, the sun came out, both as full as guns. And I said, "Tom, if I go home like this, my wife will kill me. I think I'll play 9 holes and try and sober up." And Tom said, "I'll put my clogs on and join you." So I got up first tee and I put a ball down and I got my driver out and I addressed the ball and I said, "Hello, ball." And then I said, "You know, Tom, I can see 6 balls and I don't know which one to hit." And Tom said, "Well, you're all right, Walter. You've gotten plenty of clubs in your hand."
Are you still keeping chickens?
Eddie, I've about 40 chickens in my backyard, and they're in a pen, and the roof is made of chicken wire.
But won't the chickens get wet when it rains?
No, Sid, I've slanted it.
Well, Walter, we better go. It's been nice talking to you.
All the best, Eddie.
See ya.
And you too, Sid.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Before you go, lads, where would you find a tortoise with 2 legs on the canal?
I don't know.
Where you left it.
Oh.
Cheers.